Hey, and welcome back. Glad you could join me today. Today, I got to thinking, what would be great for the big game coming up? You know, the Super Bowl's coming around. And I got to thinking about, you know, what would be great to cook. I'm sure a lot of people's getting together. I got thinking like tailgating food, just something different. One of the most popular things to do on a Blackstone is smash burgers, of course. But I'm like, you know, I've done smash burgers so many different ways. There's nothing wrong with them, and I'm sure I'll do some more in, you know, different variations of them. But I want to do something a little different. So I came up with Smashburger Taquitos. I don't think it's going to take a whole lot. I've actually never made these. This is the very first time I'm making these, so we're going to make them together. So you're going to see what I'm going to make it with. I got a few simple ingredients here, as you see. It's not going to take a whole lot. We're even going to make a little burger sauce, a simple burger sauce. But if you see something like, hey, I think I would have done this, or I would have do this or this, that's fine. Let me know in the comments what you do different to make it yours. Like I've always said, cooking is just a guideline. Recipes are not set in stone. You can change this up any kind of way you want to, and I would love to know how you do it. All right, I went ahead and fired up the Blackstone. I put it on a medium. A medium on this griddle will get it just perfect for them smash burgers. And so while the Blackstone is heating up, I say we get everything else ready. All right, let's go ahead and get this hamburger all formed up and get ready to make some smash burgers. So what you want to do is just grab, I don't know, about 4, maybe 5 ounces of 80-20 chuck or better, you know. Don't go any less than 80-20 because you want a leaner type of ground meat. Anyhow, loosely pack them. Don't pack them real tight. And they're ready. Just that simple. Now, we're not going to be eating any smash burgers for this. Now, if you got a big crowd coming over, make a bunch. Make a bunch of them because I'm sure these things are going to be good. I'm pretty sure they are. I hope they are. But you better make a bunch just in case. People might like them. You can't ever tell. So I'm thinking I'm going to make roughly 3 of them here. Kids are over there playing, having them a good time on the trampoline while I'm over here cooking Smashburger Taquitos. There we go. I said, don't pack them real tight. You want them loose. Can't leave no hamburger behind. So now it is time to make that burger sauce. Now this is going to be a very, very simple sauce. We're going to start out with some Duke's mayonnaise. Couple good heaping spoonfuls there. Let's go with 3, just in case. Ain't gonna hurt. We'll add in some sriracha. Now, I'm not measuring anything. Maybe a good tablespoon, maybe, and a little more. Ketchup, gotta have ketchup. Yes, sir, like that. And I'm gonna throw in some whiskey burger seasoning on this. Get some of that in there like that. And now just mix it up and see what we got. Yeah, got a nice little texture to it there. Good and creamy. Let's see what we got. That's good. It needs more whiskey burger though. It needs more flavor, if you will. Yes, sir. Let's try that. Sometimes you just got to try it, and if you see you need something else, add it. All right, let's see what we got now. That's much better. Now, as far as cheese goes, there again, if you want to use pepper jack, you want to use cheddar, whatever you want to use, I'm going with a Kobe Monterey Jack blend. I think it'll be a good little creamy mixture to add to these Smashburger Taquitos. So we'll try it out and see how it works. Just get me a grater here and just grate me up some. Burger sauce made up. Burgers are made up, kind of. Cheese is grated. Now I know when you heard Smashburger, you didn't think cilantro. Personally, I didn't either at first, but then I'm thinking taquitos, a little garnish on top. Don't need to go real heavy with it, but I think it's going to add that little extra flavor that I want on these taquitos. So let's just cut some of this off here. And we'll just chop it up just a little bit. Give it a fine chop. And cilantro is one of them things, either you like it or you don't. Some people say it tastes like soap and they just don't want it in their dish. Some people love it. Let me know down below if you want it or not. So let's get that into a bowl here. All right, well, I think we have everything ready for the griddle. So let's go check on the griddle and see if it's warm yet. Man, this griddle is screaming hot. Just look at all this smoke coming off this thing. So that only tells me one thing. It's time to get some groceries up on this griddle. Let's go ahead and throw these burgers down and make us some smash burgers. Get them all right there. Get a good smasher and some parchment paper. You can use spatulas and scrapers and all kind of stuff. I've used all kind of stuff in the past. A good smasher. Blackstone makes an excellent one. Lodge makes some. There's several of them out there. Get what you want and get to smashing. But use parchment paper, that way it don't stick. What you want to do is come in here and just press it down. Hold it for about 10 seconds. Give it good pressure. Kind of equal it out. Well, let's see what we got. There it is. Do the rest of them. And one more. And there you go. Now we got to hit them with a little whiskey burger seasoning. And don't be scared of that seasoning. You want your burger to have some flavor, season it on up. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that when you smash these burgers, you're smashing the juice out of them, but I promise you, you're not. You're creating a sear on that backside that we're going to scrape up, and it's going to taste oh so good here in just a little bit. Now, it will not take these smash burgers long to cook on one side. Then we're going to give them a flip, let them cook on the other side, and we're going to chop them up. We're going to make some taquitos, and they're going to be so good. Now, you pretty much know when these burgers are ready to flip. You start seeing them brown up and bubble like they're doing. These burgers here are ready to flip. Now, one thing that really helps when you're flipping a smash burger is a wide spatula with a beveled edge, because you want to get up under there and get that crust and keep it on the burger and flip it over. So let's get up under here, scrape it, flip it. There you go. Perfect. Now that's a crust. That is what we're looking for right there. Just look at the sear on these burgers. And as you see, got not a lot of grease coming out of these things. These were seared. All that juice stayed in. But I do think I'm gonna hit this other side with a little seasoning. Yes, sir. That's gonna be good right there. So now we're gonna let this cook a little bit, then we're gonna get to chopping. That's right, we're gonna chop up these smash burgers. So now to chop up these smash burgers, you can do it with your spatula, you can do it with whatever. I like to use a scraper with a little handle on it. Just makes it a lot easier to get in here and just kind of cut them up. Like that right there. All right, we got it all chopped up. I'm gonna cut all my burners down to low now, because I don't want to cook them taquitos on such a high heat. So I'm gonna take this burger up, let it cool down a little bit while we make these taquitos. And yes, I could have broke the hamburger up while I put it on the griddle, kind of like you do for tacos, whatever. But look at all that flavor, that sear, we wouldn't have if I'd have done that. All right, when you're working with corn tortillas, you need to warm them up first to make them pliable. Otherwise, they'll just rip. So let's get them on this griddle here. Now that it's cooled down a good bit, and just get them kind of warm and pliable. Let's go with, I don't know, let's go with 8 for right now. Let's do 8. Now we're not looking to actually crisp these up, we just want to make them pliable is all we're trying to do. So let's go ahead and just give them a little flip. Make them easy to work with. Now, as you see, this griddle really has cooled down a lot from the smash burgers. All right, that's it, that quick. I mean, it's literally that quick to warm these things up. So let's go ahead and take these things up. You just see they're nice and pliable now, see? Well, get them up best way you can. Now that we got this corn tortillas good and pliable, let's build them taquitos. Throw down a tortilla. Each one's not gonna take a lot of meat. It just ain't. Put a little cheese in there and just roll it up tightly. Like that right there. Let's build the rest of them. There it is. All right, now we got them made up. Let's take them back over to the grill and get them good and crispy. All right, this grill is ready for them taquitos. Let's throw down a little oil. Get that all spread around there. Won't take long at all now. We're almost done, almost done. Now when you put these on here, you want to put the open side down to help seal it. So always put that side down first to kind of seal the deal. And there they are. Now you just come in here and kind of turn them over if you need to. Not quite where I want them yet, so I'm gonna let that go just a little longer. Let's check this one here in the middle. Yeah, almost there. I don't want to burn them, so you keep a check on them. Once they get a nice golden brown crisp, just keep them rolling around. That's all you got to do from here. Like that right there. You see how it kind of held shut? That's what you're looking for. Yeah, look at that golden brown, that turn. Oh yes, sir. It's looking good. And not sure if you noticed, we didn't have any hamburger meat left over when I brought these taquitos over here. That's because I actually made a whole batch and didn't realize the battery died on my other camera, so it didn't film it. So I had to make a whole nother batch. So I still use the same 3 patties. I just used the other half of them. So to give you a good idea, those 3 patties would make roughly 16-ish taquitos. Now you know. Get in there, nice crispy sound to them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call these taquitos that's on this griddle done. Let's take them up. Grab your plate and just plate these things up. Now, we're not quite done with them. Let's take them over here and finish them up. It's as simple as, well, if you got some friends over, you wanna make it look pretty. So you just kind of stack them up, make them look nice and delicious, like however you can do it, you know, whatever. I think that'll work right there. Now, here's where my cilantro is gonna come in. I'm gonna take it and just kind of lightly cover them. Just sprinkle a little bit of cilantro here and there and yonder. Just to add a little pop to it, a little color. Remember that burger sauce we made we didn't use? It's dipping sauce, that's what it is. So you set it right over here next to it. Maybe behind it, sort of like that. And voila. Smash cheeseburgers, taquitos with dipping sauce. There it is, that's simple. Man, look how them corn tortillas turned out, and look up in them things, y'all. All that smash burger in there with that cheese and this homemade dipping sauce. Yes, sir, I do believe these are gonna be good. You probably heard them in the background playing, and I told you these youngins are getting closer and closer. Well, one of them got really close because he is hungry, ain't you, man? Yeah, he's hungry. Man, I think these are gonna be perfect for game day, afternoon snacks, middle of the week. You can make these for supper, I don't care. Right now, we gotta try them out. Grab you one, buddy. You gonna try that one? Mm-hmm. You gonna try the burger sauce or not? Yeah, me too. Dip it in there. Crispy. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's think. I got thumbs up. There, I wanted to finish you. That burger sauce is perfect with this. That sriracha gives just a little bit of heat for that whiskey burger, and all that comes together perfectly. But let's talk about these. You like these? It's hard to beat a Smashburger. Well, he must like them. He's going back for seconds. Hard to beat a Smashburger. It really is. Smashburger, one of the kids' favorites around here. But now a Smashburger mixed up with that good creamy cheese and a crispy corn tortilla shell, that's hard to beat. So good. And as you see, he ain't stopping. So I think I need to go ahead and cut these cameras off, maybe make some more. He disappeared on me, I don't know where he went. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, share it out. Tell your friends, hey, look what this guy here is making. It's amazing. You ain't got to tell them all that. But either way, just send them my way. I'd appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. So if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, hit that thumbs down twice. Be sure I know you really hated this video. With that, we got to go. Got to make some more of these, I'm sure. And I will see you next time.